Hello, word enthusiasts, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Hello Word. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we delve into the fascinating world of the English language. Today, our word of the day is corner. What comes to mind when you hear the word corner? Perhaps a street corner, a corner of a room, or maybe even feeling like you're in a tight corner. Well, let's explore the different facets of this common, yet versatile noun. A corner, at its most basic, is the place where two lines or surfaces meet to form an angle. It can refer to the point where two streets intersect, the place where two walls meet inside a room, or even the edge of a piece of paper. Think of it as an intersection or an edge. So, how do we use corner in everyday language? Well, you might say, the coffee shop is on the corner of Main Street and Elm Street. This means the coffee shop is located at the intersection of those two streets. Or you could say, please put the lamp in the corner of the living room, indicating a specific spot where two walls meet. Now, let's spice things up a bit and look at some words that have similar meanings to corner, or synonyms, if you will. One synonym for corner is edge. For example, instead of saying the book is on the corner of the table, you could say the book is on the edge of the table. See how that works? Another synonym is angle. While not a perfect substitute in all situations, angle can be used when referring to the meeting point of lines. For instance, the builder carefully measured the angle of the walls, which implies the point where the walls meet to form a corner. And another synonym that can sometimes work is intersection. You can say the accident happened at the intersection of two roads, which means the same as the corner of two roads. Now, let's flip the script and look at words that have opposite meanings to corner, or antonyms. This can be a little tricky with a word like corner, but we can think of words that represent the opposite of being confined or restricted to a specific point. One antonym could be center. The center represents the middle of something, the opposite of an edge or corner. For example, the dancer stood in the center of the stage, directly contrasts with standing in the corner. Another antonym could be middle. The treasure was buried in the middle of the field is the opposite of burying it in the corner of the field. Also, think about side. A side of something is often a longer part, contrasting with the shorter, more defined space of a corner. He stood on the side of the building, away from the corner. Another antonym can be surface when talking about inside places. For instance, someone can say, the painting covered the entire surface of the wall. This is the contrary of putting it in the corner of the room. How can we use the word corner in daily conversations and common expressions? Well, to turn the corner is a common idiom that means to pass a critical point and begin to improve. For example, the patient has turned the corner and is recovering well. You might also hear someone say they're in a tight corner, meaning they're in a difficult situation. The company is in a tight corner due to the economic downturn. You can also say he is standing at the street corner, waiting for the bus, or the cat likes to sleep in the corner of the room. Here are some more example sentences and phrases. The kids were playing in the corner of the garden. He painted the corner of the wall a different color. The shop is just around the corner. She backed him into a corner during the argument. The company cut corners to save money. I found a cozy armchair in the corner of the library. He sat quietly in the corner, observing everything. The spilled milk spread from the corner of the table. The detective meticulously examined every corner of the room. The architect designed a unique corner window for the house. They celebrated their anniversary at the restaurant on the corner. Please sweep the dust out of the corner. The politician promised to clean up the corrupt corners of the government. The light flickered in the corner of the room, casting long shadows. She hid the letter in the back corner of her desk. It feels like we're always cutting corners to make ends meet. He parked his car on the street corner, hoping to find an empty space. The painting was hung in the far corner of the gallery. They found a hidden doorway in the corner of the ancient castle. The The puppy chewed on the corner of the rug. She decorated the Christmas tree in the corner of the living room. After a tough start, the project is finally turning the corner. They had to cut corners to finish the project on time. The lawyer skillfully argued his case, backing the witness into a corner. Well, that brings us to the end of another episode of Hello Word. Today, we learned about the noun corner, its definition as an intersection or edge, and how it's used in various contexts. We explored synonyms like edge, angle, and intersection, and antonyms like center, middle, and side. We also looked at common expressions using corner and explored numerous example sentences. Thank you for joining me on this linguistic adventure. Before we sign off, I have a small favor to ask. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Hello Word and leave us a review. Your support helps others discover our show and learn about the English language. Also, to put your new knowledge to the test, I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word corner and share it as a comment under this video. I can't wait to read your creative sentences. Until next time, keep exploring the wonderful world of words.